Today we're going to be talking about healing. And the reason we're talking about healing is because many people don't understand that healing is a sacred walk that we must take back to ourselves. It's not something that we can rush, and it's not something that we should sit around and think about um, how the next person or the other person heal and how long it took them, because this is your own personal journey, and it's a journey that actually is not so negative, believe it or not. I know it feels hard when it's time for you to step up and heal, but believe it or not, there's so much wisdom that comes during your healing process, and there are so many lessons that comes with your healing process. And these lessons and this wisdom is never to be compared to anybody else. And I understand because I myself have been through the healing process. So this is not something that I am talking about that I have not experienced myself. And when I say experience, that means I've experienced the ups and the downs of healing, and therefore I want to share that with each and every one of you today. I may actually, strike a chord, something that you're familiar with, something that you can relate to, and that's what I hope I can do. And even in the midst of not being able to do that, I hope that through this live today that you are able to educate yourself, elevate yourself, and gather some wisdom that you can use during a time of healing for yourself, or during the time that someone else needs some wisdom or some guidance from someone as special as you. And baby, you are something special. I don't know if you've been told that today, but I'm going to start off this live letting you know that, baby, you are definitely something special. And guys, I am learning to do my lashes, and so they're on better today. And my liner, I am working on my makeup, guys. I have a daughter-in-law, and she usually does my makeup for me for my shorts and things like that. Or if I have something to do business wise, she is amazing. So shout out to her. And but here on my lives and things like that, I take it upon myself to try and do my own makeup and things like that. So how am I doing? Am I doing okay? Are these lashes okay today? Because last week, honey, I had that eyeliner, what we call a cat eye. I had it spread from here to there, and it was so thick. And you know what? I left the live up because it's not about me. It's not about my appearance. It's about my heart. It's about the lessons that I provide. So, I got past that obstacle of my eyeliner because you guys matter so much to me. It's not about that. So, again, but I do want to know how I'm doing on this makeup sometimes, y'all, because I'm trying, honey. I'm growing in so many areas of my life. We're talking about healing today. I'm growing in that area of my life as well. And I've grown before, when I had to deal with healing. I've had to heal through my mother's death. I've had to heal through breakups. I've had to heal through my own personal health issues, financial issues. So many times in my life, I was faced with having to heal. And I see you guys out here today, and I'm so happy that you all have tuned in today to this live. And if you're going through something when it comes to healing, baby, this is the spot you need to be in, not just for yourself, but for that friend who's crying on your shoulder. I remember when I had broke up with what I call one of the loves of my life. I've been in love more than once, guys, and love is a beautiful thing. And sometimes when we hurt, we think that we're not going to ever fall in love again because we tell ourselves, I'm never going to be in love again. Or maybe someone in our family, leaves us, they leave here, go to a better place. And we feel like we don't want to get connected or close to anyone else because the pain of losing a loved one, it really, really hurts. So we start to isolate ourselves. And I think it's because we don't understand the process of, of healing. And we're so worried about how long it takes and if we're ever going to get healed through the pains that we go through. So let me assure you today that we're going to work through some of that, guys. I love you guys. If you guys can hit that like for me, that would be such a great thing. I hope if you stick around today, I hope that you get something. So let's get started here. I want to get rid of this little thing I got there. Okay, so again, I've already said welcome, and I have some beautiful notes that I took today, and I'm going to share those with y'all. So again, welcome back. And I want to ask a question. Have you ever felt yourself or thought that you should be further along than you are right now? Have you ever just sit back and go, when is this going to stop? When will I heal? When will I be able to sleep again? When will I be able to breathe? Why haven't I already healed? Will I ever be happy again? will I ever be able to trust? Will I ever be able to trust someone again? And why am I not further along? Those are some very common questions that people ask during the healing process. And I know one of my major questions that I used to ask myself after I had my first heartbreak, and I had my first heartbreak at a late age, guys. I wasn't young. I was at a late age. I never knew what heartbreak was, and I found out the hard way, honey, because baby, when I tell you it was horrible, it was horrible. And it didn't last a day, it didn't last a week, it didn't last a month, it lasted months. Hey, official Gator guy, how are you? Hey, FW, hello, Tamara, guys, thank you. Yes, and when. And let's see, you go, this is giving me diarrhea. That's fine, baby. I hope you have plenty of tissue, and I do. And it could be anxiety for you. I'm not, so I hate to even laugh. Let me take you serious, because I never know when a person on the other end here is really being serious. I really don't. So if you say that it gives you diarrhea, who am I to laugh? I want to apologize to you. I do. I don't know what you're going through or what led you to say that. And this is a place for healing. This is a place where we don't judge. Even if you come on here and you're rude or you're trying to be facetious, this is not a place for me to judge you, okay? So I love you. I want to say that to you. And if what you're saying is true, I hope that you get over that. I hope you get through that, baby. Let's see here. Yes, and when and hi. Hello, saying Koshi, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but you do know that. Blame it on my words and not on my heart, honey. I apologize for that. And thank you guys for tuning in. So yes, you always ask yourself, should you already heal? Will you ever be happy again? Will you trust again? Or how long will it take for you to get over this? And tonight we're going to remove all of that pressure, because it's a lot of pressure during the healing process. Hey, Smooth, how you doing? I am so glad that you're here with me today. Thank you guys, all you guys, for joining. And don't forget to hit that like. So here we go. We're going to start right here. Healing has no deadline. That's the first thing I want to say. Healing has no deadline, okay? It has no deadline. We live in a world today where we celebrate speed. We celebrate when we get our food fast, when we get our shipments fast from different companies, Amazon for one. Yeah, I'm happy when it comes in the mail fast. I'm happy when I'm hungry and I don't have to cook and I can zoom past a fast food restaurant. They give me good service and fast food and it's hot. I'm happy, honey. We want fast success. We want to be social media influencer. We want our accounts to grow fast. We want work, and we want our bank accounts to grow fast. We want everything fast. But honey, I got news for you. Healing doesn't happen fast for everyone. And I'm going to testify to that, because it didn't happen fast for me in many cases. Love the charmer. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you, LXO. I'm going to call you that. And let's see, we got, oh yeah, this is why I'm here to hear the word. I'm so glad you're here for that, Tamara. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet, guys. And oh my God, I had a busy weekend, by the way. We're going to get back to this, but I still want to let y'all know some of the stuff that's going on in Coach Gwendolyn's life. My grandson turned 2 years old. We went to the ATL to celebrate. We got a Airbnb, and we had a ball. And let me tell you something. The sweetest thing about that day was that he got a pair of shoes. And those shoes just made his heart light up. And when he put those shoes on, he danced the entire night. That little 2-year-old cut the rug, honey, and he had me laughing. His hands were swinging all over the place. His feet was moving in different directions, and he kept looking down at those little shoes, and my heart just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh my God, I'm so in love with that little boy. Oh my gosh, yes. Grandchildren and children are so special. Oh my gosh, if you have children, if you have grandchildren, give them a hug from Coach Gwen today. Just get them and just hug them, hug them, hug them, hug them, hug them, and tell them, say, Coach Gwen told me to give you a hug and send you some love. So yeah, I love kids, guys. So let's get back to this right here. So yeah, we live in a world where we celebrate speed. But let me tell you this, healing doesn't work that way, because broken bones don't heal overnight. And neither does broken hearts. Let me repeat that. Broken bones don't heal overnight, and nor does broken hearts. So you can't expect your heart to be healed overnight. It's going to take time, honey. And with anything, growth hurts. When you step outside the comfort zone, it hurts. It's uncomfortable. We don't even have to use the word hurt, but it's uncomfortable. You start a new job. It's new. That job is what you've been waiting for, what you've been looking for. But in the midst of stepping over that little threshold to get into the door, to start that new job, it's going to be uncomfortable. When you want to lose weight, it's going to be uncomfortable. The good things are uncomfortable. So healing is a good thing. And yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. And I want you to understand that. But it will not last forever because you are strong. You are powerful. You are brave. You are built for it tough, baby. You understand me? You're built for it tough. You're going to get through this. So the first thing you can do is leave the worry behind. You have to stop worrying about the when and just know that you will. You have to put your faith in God and understand that on this planet, on this earth, we're going to have hard times, baby. But God has equipped us with the strength to actually push past those obstacles, and not only push past the obstacles that we go through, but we're going to grow through it. We're going to learn through it. We're going to become wise because of it. It's going to become our testimony. It's going to become the reason why I, Coach Gwen, am on here on live, helping you, guide you to your healing, helping you prepare for the day when you need to heal. If you've never ever stepped in that zone where you need to heal, you're going to be prepared today because of this live. You're going to heal today because of this live. You're going to help someone else because of this live. So this live is very, very, very good for you today. So I want you to share this live. I want you to do that. And let me tell you something. I have a book. It's called Get Beat to Get Better. Get beat to get better. And the word beat is an acronym because as we talk about healing, you're going to have to make sure that you have strong belief. And that's the B in the word beat. You're going to have to understand that you have to have great expectations. You have to expect that you're going to recover from this. Then you have to have affirmations. That's the A in that acronym beat. That's because you have to affirm. You're going to have to use your positive word affirmations because when you speak to yourself, your mind is like a computer, a beautiful computer. And the more you feed it positive words, the more you tell it that it's going to be okay, the more it's going to accept that, process that, and become that. You're going to be okay. But you can't lay back and tell yourself, I'm never going to make it through this. Why me? I deserve this. How could they do this to me? Or how could they leave me? Or how could this have happened to me? Why, baby? You got to stop asking why, and you got to just say, honey, I put it in God's hands. And I'm going to be okay. Even though this pain is here today, every day I'm going to pray my way through this. I'm going to speak my way through this. I'm going to think my way through this. And baby, believe it or not, before you know it, you're going to be through this. I promise you, you're going to get through the heartaches of these pains. You're going to get through them. So yes, you cannot expect broken bones to heal fast, and you cannot expect a broken heart to heal. So here we go. Let's go to the another step here on my beautiful notes that I took and created just for you guys. Let's see what y'all are talking about. You're speaking about emotional intelligence. Yes. Hey, Andrew, how are you? I will Google that. I would definitely do. You know, one thing about this is that I'm still at a stage in life, and I'll always be at that stage. I've never not been at a stage where I can learn something from somebody. And I appreciate when you all give me information so I can go and do some homework, so I can do some growing, so I can, you know, help myself heal as well in other areas and grow in other areas, because you know what, I'm in the same boat as many of y'all in certain situations in life, and I need you all just like you all need me. So thank you so much, Andrew, for that. And Tamara said, amen, hallelujah. Yeah, thank you. So you are so right in that. So we got to stop putting deadlines on something that requires development. See, we're out here putting deadlines on our healing when we need to be focusing on the development of how to get through that, okay? So that's something that you need to understand. Because look, God is more concerned with your transformation than your timeline. He's not worried about how long it takes to heal. He doesn't worry at all, by the way. I hate to even use that word when I speak of my God, okay? But he is concerned about the transformation. He wants you to transform your life. You understand? You're not just your life, but your mind. You understand? Transform your mind from that old mind to a new mind. Because what happened yesterday is not currently happening today, and God has given us a start, a do-over, a redo, and we have to understand it. So every day we wake up, we have to tell ourselves, today is a new day. Today is a day where I will heal. Today is a new day where I will get closer to healing. Today is a new day where I will learn from this, where I will become wiser from this. Today may be the day that I actually spread my love and my joy of my healing to the next person, because healing has been, it is as I want it. It has happened. So every day you have to wake up to a new sun. You understand me? You have to look at that bright, beautiful day and claim that day. Not just because it is a new day, but because God has given you the opportunity to be stronger, to be wiser, to make it through another day. To be grateful, honey. Always have gratitude in the midst of whatever you're going through, because gratitude is like this secret potion, this medication, this thing that helps you to become whole, this thing that helps you to be able to get through hard times. I practice gratitude every single morning I wake up. I kid you not. I pray and I acknowledge the fact that I am breathing. I don't care if I'm not feeling good that day. I'm still breathing. I woke up that morning to get started on a new day, to see if what was going on yesterday is still going on today, and how I can work through that today and have a better tomorrow. You understand? We've got to have a mindset where we keep going in the midst of hard times, honey. If you're going through anything today, I want to let you know that you're still breathing, you're still standing, and that's a lot more than the average person has, okay? So never tell yourself that you cannot get through it because it's hard, honey, because hard times are always going to be here. But let me tell you something about times. Good times are still there for us. When we celebrated my grandson's birthday this weekend, I stopped in the middle of the room and I said to everybody, listen, guys, I want y'all to remember this moment, because as I look around this room, everybody is smiling. Oh, you should have seen what that little boy was just dancing off, beating those new shoes, them little black sneakers. He was dancing off, beating. Everybody started to dance with him. And, we started playing games. And we just had so much fun. And I had to stop at that point and say, guys, I want y'all to soak this in. Look around the room and see all the happy faces. I said, next time you go through something, I want you to reflect on this moment. And I want you to understand that there's more of those days to come. But, honey, there's a yin and there's a yang. There's going to be more bad days that come as well. But you have got to learn how to reflect on the good times. Remember the good times just as well as you have a habit of holding on to those bad times. You've got to create a habit of holding on to the good times, baby, because that's how you heal. That's how you kick that depression to the curb. That's how you get closer to your God. That's how you start to self-love yourself in a way where you accept yourself for the good and for the bad, which allows you to start working on the things that are not so good about you. That's how growth becomes something in your life, when you're able to say, hey, I'm grateful for the moment and I remember the good times, and this bad time in my life, it too shall pass, because I have the strength. And baby, I'm learning how to make I'm learning how to make lemonade out of lemons. You understand what I'm saying? You can get through this stuff, guys, is what I'm trying to get you guys to know today. I don't know who's on here today that's going through something, but I promise you, you've got to believe, you got to expect, you got to affirm, you got to have the tenacity to never give up on yourself when it comes to your healing, when it comes to your joy, when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your dream, when it comes to the things in life that mean the most to you, baby. And you have the ability to do that under the worst circumstances. And if you take a look at your life, you've been through some times that you've already made it through. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to look back at the times when you thought you wasn't going to make it. Now look at you sitting here on live with Coach Gwen. Still growing, still going. Ain't no stopping you now. You remember that song? Ain't no stopping you now. We're on the groove. I don't know the words, guys. I always mess up songs. But I think y'all know what song I'm talking about. I think y'all know the exact song I'm talking about. But baby, ain't no stopping you. Forget the fact that I sing off key. But get the message. That's what's important. Get the message, guys. Let me see what y'all talking about in these comments. Okay, yeah, we are all caught up on the comments right now. So let's keep going. So yeah, I want to know who told you that you were behind. That's the question I have for you tonight. Who told you was behind when it comes to healing? Who told you that you should be over that by now? I can't believe you still crying over that. I can't believe that you still mourning. I can't believe that you still feel that way. Who told you that? Who told you that? And why did they think they have the right to tell you when you're supposed to be healed? That ain't none of their business. That's none of their business whatsoever, honey. Healing don't come based on what they think. Healing don't come based on what you think. You can't determine that, and neither can they, but you can do the work to get you there. And when the work is done, the healing will be done as well. And that's what we're doing today. We're uncovering what that work looks like. So yeah, we're getting ready to dive deeper into this thing called healing. Because look, many people think if I'm still hurting, I must be failing. Because you're still hurting doesn't make you a failure, honey. You know you have no control over what day and time that this healing happens. But you do have control over how you react and what you do in the process. You understand? You can help your healing. Yes, you can. You can help that. So sometimes your pain isn't proof that you're broken. It's proof that you are becoming. And when we hurt, it's always something that's good going to come out of something negative when you have the strength to make it through that. I promise you, baby, when I was hurting because of my breakup, you know what happened? I healed and I learned how to self-love me. I learned how to give me what I was waiting for someone else to give me. I wanted to go to the movies more often. I wanted to be taken out to dinner. I wanted to go to church services. I wanted to exercise. I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to do so many things, but I was not doing it because of the relationship I was in. And that was a choice of me. It wasn't because of the relationship. It wasn't because of the other person. It was because I had put someone in charge of my happiness. I wanted them to join in, but because they wouldn't join in, I didn't join in either. Baby, you got to grab hold of your own happiness. Dress up and take yourself out to dinner and hold your head up high while you eat your fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and salad. You got to do it, baby. You cannot be out here. I'm getting hot, y'all. My ear is on. Ain't that something? I ain't even about to say nothing about no menopause, but anyway, let's keep going. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. We're gonna pretend it ain't happening. Okay, so let's go. Let's keep talking. But yeah, take yourself to a movie. Throw on some sweatpants. You ain't even gotta get dressed up. You ain't gotta put all this lipstick and eyelashes. You don't gotta do all that. You just throw on your jeans if you're a man, throw on some shoes. If you're a woman, throw on some jeans and some shoes and just go take yourself out and claim your happiness. You don't need nobody to hold your hand. This is your life. Love yourself unconditionally. Show people how to treat you by treating yourself how you want to be treated, honey. And when people don't treat you like you want to be treated, then baby, guess what? They out of alignment, and you get them out the line, on to the next friend, on to the next relationship, because don't nobody deserve to treat you bad, honey. Not you. You are amazing. You deserve to have everything you ever dreamed of in life. But you got to understand it is your responsibility to get out and get it. You got to get up, get out, and get it, baby. You've got to get it. Nobody is responsible for the things that you want in life but you. And you are so capable of getting them. Look how far you come. You've come so far. Look what you've been through, and you still here. You got to this point. You got from point A to this point. And maybe you on point C, and the person you know is on point D. But that's not your problem. That's not for you to worry about where they are. What you need to do is take care of you and be happy where you are. As I always tell my clients, meet yourself where you are. Love yourself where you are. And trust me, when you start doing that, you'll go so much farther when it comes to loving yourself, healing yourself, and giving yourself the things that you want in life to make you happy, baby. Stop waiting for someone else to make you happy. What they say, if you love me, put a ring on it. No. If you love you, put a ring on it. You become married to your happiness. You become married to your success. You become married to your finance. You become married to whatever it is. You marry your dream, baby. You do that. If you love, you put a ring on your life. Stop expecting somebody else to love you and put a ring on you, baby. That's yours. Their ring is extra, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing 2 rings, but make sure you wear the first ring because of you. That's all I'm saying. Marry your health. Marry your finance. Marry your dreams. Marry your health. Marry your happiness. Marry your healing. Baby, get married. Walk yourself down an aisle. An aisle of love, of hope, of progress, of healing. Take this in your own hands, baby, because it's your responsibility. I know they did things to you in the past. Oh my gosh, what things done to Coach Gwendolyn. I was abused and misused. And I remember asking myself, why me? Why me? What did I do to deserve this? And there was nothing I did to deserve that, because there's no excuse for anyone doing anything to you. But at the same time, I had to ask myself, now that I'm stronger, now that I'm older, I'm not a child anymore, what do I have to give me? What responsibility do I have in my healing process? And I want you to ask yourself that. Are you going to be a victim or a victor? Are you going to look at yourself and say, you know what, today is the day I heal. Today is the day I take charge of my life. Even if it takes a while, I'm not worried about how long it takes. What I'm dealing with right now is what I'm going to do at this moment. It's not about how long, it's about what you do at this moment. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to be in that moment to get to your healing. We're not worried about how long it takes. We are going to take it one day at a time, because with each day there's progress. With each day there is healing. With each day there are lessons learned. With each day there is wisdom. Every single day matters. So no, we're not going to be sitting there worried about how long it takes to heal. What we're going to do is we're going to take each day step by step and meet ourselves where we are. And we're going to put a ring on it by ourselves, because their rings are extra. Yes, yes, it is. Hello, Michael from Chicago. I just left Chicago. Hey, Glenn, let me get back to Michael. Yeah, I just left Chicago a couple of weeks ago, and I had such a ball. If you go back and look at some of my videos, I share some of my moments in Chicago. So I'm so glad to see you here today. And Glenn, hello, back to you. Glenn, I'm so glad to see you here tonight, and thank you. And guys, don't forget to hit that like for me, and let's continue on, guys. Oh, hey, woo woo, hey, Layla bed, but guys, that's my beautiful niece, and she is so beautiful. And I'm not just talking about the outside, but baby, the outside ain't bad either, but the inside is so beautiful. She's a young lady who's blossoming and growing, and she ain't perfect, but baby, is she amazing. And neither am I. I'm not perfect either. I just want to call it out to y'all, because I am not perfect. I am a work in progress, and I'm working every day on that. And you keep working on you guys. Keep working on yourselves. Keep working on yourselves. I just love you guys. I just love you guys so much. So let's see who else is on here. Oh, Debbie is saying good night. Good night, Debbie. I'm so glad you were here tonight, Debbie. I almost missed your message. I hope you're still here to see me tell you I love you. I love you, Debbie, and thanks for being here. And we have Is Not Clocking to you. I guess I said that. He is not saying hallelujah. Yes, amen. Amen. Praise his name. Yes, yes, yes. So guys, let's get back to some of these lessons. We're going to stop comparing our healing. And I touched on that a little bit, but we're getting ready to get back to that. And I also wanted to let y'all know this, because I have to say this. I put this in notes because this is so important to hear. I said, sometimes your pain isn't proof that you're broken. It's proof that you're becoming. Every scar tells a story, and every lesson builds wisdom. Do you understand that? Those lessons are what builds your wisdom. And that story is what, those scars are what allows you to tell your story. Now, I don't want to talk about a scar as though it's a physical scar, because it's an inner scar, okay? It's what has happened to us. But sometimes we get outer scars from what has happened to us. And I like to share that with people sometimes, because if you look closely to my face, there's a very faint scar here. I don't know if y'all can see if the light shines good on it. It kind of shines. I got that scar when I was a little kid. I was about 3 years old, and someone threw some glass at me. Now, let me tell you why they threw the glass. My brother and sister, which are older than me, they would consistently go into my neighbor's yard and get their ball or their frisbee when they went over the gate. And they would always get cursed out by the neighbors. And these were their kids and their teenage daughter who would do this. So one day, the teenage daughter, she was so sick of them going in her yard. We lived in a 2-story house. So there was the bottom and there was the top, but the top had a beautiful balcony. That house was so beautiful when I was a kid. I loved that house. And they had a balcony on their house as well. And she sent out, the teenage daughter sent one of her siblings out with a broken piece of glass from a plate. And she had already warned my brother and my sister that the next time they go in her yard, they were going to pay a price. Oh, yeah, she told them, go back in my yard again and see what happened. Ooh, baby, you don't never want nobody to tell you, see what happened. Honey, when people tell you, see what happened, you might want to listen to them. I wish that my brother and sister had listened that day, because what she did was she took that plate, she gave it to her siblings, her younger siblings, and she told them to throw that glass down at them to cut them. Now, what happened was we were both at the top level of our houses on our balconies, so when the kids threw the glass, it slung across the porch, and that glass hit me across my face. And I had an amazing surgeon, guys. The surgeon is, now let me tell you something. Usually when you get cut in this area, it causes swelling in the face. And I forgot what they call that. But if anyone on here knows what that's called, you just let me know, and I'll re-educate myself, okay? So yeah, it normally will swell like that, especially African American skin. Now the surgeons I had was amazing because that swelling didn't happen. You can barely tell that I have the scar. But yes, she threw the glass and she cut my face. And so when I tell you, this scar tells a story. I had to heal from that. I had to learn from that. It reminds me. And it's my reminder that scars don't just happen from the inside that we have to heal from. We have to heal from the outside too. That was a trauma to me. That was a trauma, and I had to get over that. I had to heal through that. I had to learn forgiveness after that. I did not like that girl once she did that. No matter how much she said she was sorry. It didn't matter that the police came to her house. It didn't matter that she was arrested. I was angry. I was bitter. I was hurt. I was broken. And at the young age that I had to learn to let that go, baby. Healing starts at all ages. I was a baby back then. And as a child, I learned what forgiveness was. So if a child can learn to forgive, baby, so can you at your age, at your stage, what you're going through. And forgiveness is amazing because forgiveness is not even for the person who hurts us. I see something in my hair, guys. Let me get that out. Yeah, forgiveness is not even for the person that hurts us. It's for us. Because when we hold on to all that bitter, that anger and all of that, sometimes it leads us to do crimes. Sometimes it leads us to hold ourselves back in life. Sometimes it creates illness in us. Do not hold on to that which was done to us yesterday. We have to heal and live our life for today. And our life is so beautiful when we let go of all of that. Healing is amazing, but it can't be rushed. It's not fast food, baby. It has to be processed in its own time, okay? So, yes. So, you got to stop comparing your healing. Comparison is dangerous. Let me repeat that. Comparison is dangerous. Don't go around comparing your healing to someone else because you don't even know what someone else has been through. You don't know what stage you're really at. You don't know if they're wearing a mask and they're just as broken as you are today. But here you are beating yourself up because you're not willing to meet yourself where you are and understand that their healing has nothing to do with yours. And that's what I want you to get to understand today. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, baby. Can you say that? Can you say, I'll be patient with myself? And for those of you who are not in the healing process, remember to tell the person that you know that's in the process of healing to be patient with themselves. This is all about wisdom now, baby. Once you know better, you do better. So now you have to go and do better by the friends or the family members or the strangers that you run into that are going through something right now. You have to tell them, be patient with yourself. You're so pretty. Thank you so much. What are you talking about? Let me bring you up today. We're talking about healing. We're talking about not rushing it, how to actually heal, how to stop comparing yourself to other people. We're helping people get through the healing process of whatever it is you're trying to heal from. And that's what we're talking about. And I'm glad you asked because now I can remind those people who are listening what Coach Gwen is talking about today. Yes. And for those of you who don't know who Coach Gwen is, let me explain to you who I am. I am an award-winning inspirational speaker. I am the CEO of Minds Above Matters, author of the book Get Beat to Get Better, which is an amazing self-help book. It's a small book that packs a lot of power. If you want something that's inexpensive that can help you get through the hard times, get that book, Get Beat to Get Better. So yes, I'm an award-winning inspirational speaker. I am the author of the book, Get Beat to Get Better. I am a transformational life coach. I am a social media influencer, the CEO of Minds Above Matters, and I am the host and creator of the most powerful podcast, which is Win with Gwen, right here on YouTube. So go and check that out for those of you who are not familiar with that. And by the way, on YouTube, right here, and on other platforms, music platforms, I have music. I have several songs here on YouTube. If y'all want to go check them out, and yes, go check them out. There's a lot of things going on my platform here that will help you to heal, help you to grow, entertain you, and even put you in the mood when you're in love, honey. Oh yes, I'm doing it all. Anything that makes you feel good, helps you to heal, I'm risking it all just for you because I love you just that much. Yes, I do. Did I tell you today that I love you? Did I tell you today that I love you? I love you. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. I love you guys so, so much. I'm proud of you guys. So let's get back to this lesson, honey, because I didn't come to play, baby. I didn't come to waste your time. I came to help guide you into your greatness. And yes, you are great. You are great. So let's get going. So yes, you know, comparison is dangerous because you don't know what someone else had to survive. You don't know what they had to survive. You don't know what they've been through. Some people smile while silently struggling. You ever seen somebody that's smiling all the time and you think, oh, they got over that, they did good. Baby, every smile ain't real. People hide behind those smiles. I call them masks. Sometimes those people are just as much pain as you are and you're going through something. So you can't walk around saying, oh, they got through it. Why didn't I? What's wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just don't wear a mask as good as some people. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with you. When my mother passed away, my sister grieved way longer than I did. But it wasn't my place to tell her to get over it, suck it up, mama been dead. That wasn't my place. That wasn't my place. No, my sister Lily needed to take her time grieving. Because people are different. And because I supposedly healed before her, because I say supposedly, baby, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna get over mama's death. But it appeared that I healed before my sister. And that don't make nothing wrong with her, nothing wrong with me, baby, because we heal in our own different times. We do. And sometimes I was wearing a mask. I ain't gonna lie. I was putting on the strong face for my kids. As a mother, I have always learned to be the strong one and hide my feelings. But not no more, honey. I cry when I need to. I share my testimony when I have to. Baby, I do what I got to do now to heal. Because you know what? This is my life. And I don't worry about judgment anymore. Because healing is healthy. And I want to be healthy, baby. And I want you to be healthy too. So we're going to heal the right way. Yes. So some people cry while quietly growing. Some people smile while silently struggling. So don't compare your chapter 3 to somebody's chapter 20. Because your journey belongs to you, sweetheart. And nobody else. Just like we all got fingerprint on our fingers that are different from everybody's. If we ever do a crime, they can just get our fingerprint if they already got it and see who did the crime. Your journey of healing is individually yours too. Nobody's healing is going to be like yours, so stop comparing it. Stop comparing your healing to someone else. Hey, me, myself, and hello, me, myself, and I. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, baby, I'm so glad you're here today. Hit that thumb up, hit that like, baby, and tune in and stay with me, baby. I'm so glad you're here today. Hello, I'm going to try to say this. Detail Hadron. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. How are you doing? And hey, Peyton Brown, how are you? How are you doing? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. If I haven't spoken to you and I missed your comment, I apologize because you are so important to me. And I love you, babies. I love you guys so much. Of course, Gwendolyn loves each and every one of you. I haven't seen Latia here tonight, so I hope I haven't missed her. If she's here, I hope that she says hello to me so I can see if she's here or not. I haven't seen her here. She's here with me every night. I don't see her tonight. And thanks for them hearts. I'm forgetting to tell them guys to send me hearts today. Send me hearts. Subscribe to my platform and know that I appreciate every heart, every like, every view, everything. I am so humbled by you guys. Honey, I'm humbled by you all. I am amazed by you guys. I'm so proud of you all. And I need you all to know that, feel that. I need you all to know that, feel that. Understand me? I need you to know that. And I need you to feel that. So yes, comparison is dangerous, guys. Don't compare your chapter 3 to someone's chapter 20 because your journey belongs to you. So let's talk about this. Roots grow before fruit. Now you're going to say, Coach Gwendolyn, what are you talking about? Roots grow before fruit? That's powerful. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of people celebrate the fruit. But very few people celebrate the root. In order for the root to grow, for the fruit to grow, the root has to exist. That root is so important because roots grow underground where nobody applies. You understand? In your healing process, people aren't usually going, yay! Now they go, yay, once you've healed. But what about the point of healing? That goes back to me telling you, you better put a ring on yourself. You better give yourself what you need. You better give yourself an applause for your growth process, for your healing process, for the process of when you're getting through that nobody sees, for those small moments where you stop crying for a minute versus you were crying every second. You understand? You're the one who witnesses that. You're the one who feels that. The moment you can sleep 3 hours out of the night when you weren't sleeping that night at all, there's nobody there to feel that but you. And you got to acknowledge those wins. You got to acknowledge that root. Because before you know it, you're going to blossom back into that beautiful flower you once were before you were hurt. You understand me? You got to applaud the root. You can't wait for nobody else to do that. Healing often happens the same way as what I'm talking about when it comes to the root growing underground where nobody applauds. People may not see your progress, but you're becoming stronger. Your patience is developing. Your boundaries are growing. Things are happening that other people can't see. And baby, who cares? Who cares if they can't see it? What matters is that you see it. Stop depending on other people to see your progress, baby. That's for you to see. That's for you to acknowledge. That's for you to give yourself a standing ovation for, honey. Acknowledge it. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend you don't see it. When I was going through that breakup and I was healing, honey, the first night I got some sleep, I woke up, I said, oh, thank you, Lord. I slept through the night. And the next night I didn't. But I didn't forget the first time I did. And I said, there's more of that to come. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Can I say that again? Gratitude, my babies. Gratitude. Every moment that was a positive moment, no matter how big, no matter how small, whether it was the root or whether it was the flower itself, baby, I celebrated. Whether people said congratulations or not, I told myself congratulations. I tooted my own horn. As a matter of fact, let me toot my own horn today for that healing process that I went through. Toot, toot. Sometimes you got to toot your own horn, baby. Let me hear y'all toot your horn. Let me hear y'all. I can't see y'all, but I'm going to pretend I can hear y'all. Toot your own horn. Toot, toot. If you've healed through some stuff, toot your horn. Toot, toot. If you got over some obstacles, toot your horn. Toot, toot, baby. Everybody ain't trying to heal. Everybody ain't doing the work. But you are. And I say this every podcast episode, every live, and I hope I never forget it, baby. I'm going to say it. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work, my babies. You've got to do the work. And you know what? Coach Gwendolyn believes that you can. And if you don't believe in yourself enough to know that you can do it, just borrow my belief today. And just take my word for it. You got this. You got this. Do you hear me? You got this. Hello, Hollister. That's my son, guys, my baby boy. Hello, baby. Mama loves you. Mommy loves you so much. See how my son supports me? He doesn't have to be here every day. Even if he doesn't show up, I support me. I put a ring on me. My son's support is extra, and I am grateful for it, baby. But you best to start taking care of you yourself. Let everybody else care be extra. See how I appreciate my son showing up for me? I appreciate my niece showing up here for me today. I appreciate each and every one of y'all today. But baby, Coach Gwendolyn gonna put a ring on herself. If none of y'all showed up here today, and I'm humble and I'm grateful, and I'm not saying this for y'all not to show up, please show up. Please show up. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep going because I've been on lives where I've had no views. And I'm still standing. I'm still here. I'm still doing what God has called me to do without the applause. Do you understand me? I give myself applause. Give yourself an applause today. Applause for showing up here today. I keep messing that word up, but you know what? I'm going to get better at that. I told y'all I'm not perfect, honey. So yes, clap for yourself. See, I can say clap better than I can say applause. Give yourself a hand, guys, for showing up for yourself today. Put a ring on it, baby. Put a ring on your hand yourself. Okay, let's keep going. So yes, people may not see your progress, but you're becoming stronger. Your patience is developing. Your boundaries are growing. Your faith is deepening. And let's talk about what God prepares before he promotes. Because God prepares before he promotes. He's going to get you ready before he take you to that next level. And that pain that you're experiencing while you're healing, that pain is there to help you grow, to help you become, to help you get lessons, to help you be strong enough to help the next person along. So don't doubt it. Don't question. Don't be like, why me? Why am I feeling this way? Baby, it has a purpose that's stronger than you could ever imagine. Okay, God often delays what we're asking for because He's preparing us to handle it. He's preparing you. As an inspirational speaker, I stood in front of people and I froze up way before I was able to speak in front of rooms and become an international, world-renowned inspirational speaker. I couldn't speak in front of crowds at first. I froze, but I kept going. I kept trying. Sometimes I did ask God. I said, God, why do I keep freezing? Why can't words come out of my mouth? I can't even say my own name in front of people. I was that afraid of speaking. Public speaking had me by the neck. It had a chokehold on me, guys. It really, literally did. But you know what? Something spoke to me and said, God is preparing you to be a teacher, to be a mentor, to be able to tell people that you understand what it feels like to not be able to speak in front of a crowd. And if I never experienced that, I couldn't help people on a personal level. If I'd never been through things in life, I couldn't become the inspirational coach that I am today on a more personal level. I went through these things so that I can grow to become the person I am. And I acknowledge that. And I have gratitude for anything and everything that I've been through, that I've grew through, that I've learned from, that I've become wiser because of. And so if you understand that you've grown from the things you've been through in the past and you're going through something today, remember, today's situation ain't no different from the situation you went through yesterday, that grew you, that made you wiser, that made you the teacher that you are today, the coach you are today, the parent you are today, the friend you are today. All of that is why you are the great person that you are today. So meet you where you are, baby, and get it. You understand me? Know like you know that you're going to become something great because of what you're going through, what you're healing through. You understand me? You got to look at that way. You got to wake up and stare pain in the eye and say, pain, you're here. And I'm going to get something good out of this. First of all, I'm going to heal. But something great is going to come from this. You got to know that. There's nothing I've been through that I haven't gotten through, that I haven't becoming greater from. Nothing, baby. Nothing. I've beat so many battles that when a battle faces me now, I kid you not, I'm able now more than ever to say, you know what? Calm down, Gwen. You got this. Calm down, Gwen. Meditate. Calm down, Gwen. Pray your way through this one because the answers are going to come. And when they do, baby, you're going to be something brand new. And so are you. You're going to be something brand new, something unrecognizable, something that you thought you could never be. When I dropped out of school, when I was a teenage mom, I never knew that I would become what I am today. So I can look back then and see the struggle and see the creation that came from it, baby. Look back at your life and look where you used to be and look at who you are now. Yeah, you got flaws. Yeah, you still make mistakes. Yeah, you still mess up. Yeah, stuff still happens. But look at the good things about you. The more and more you're able to look at those great things within you, the more capable you are to continue to heal what's going on with you in other areas of your life, baby. Meet yourself where you are. You're amazing now, and you're going to be even more amazing in the future. I promise you that, baby. I don't know if anybody ever told you that, but look where you have come from. Look. Look at them past struggles, and look where you are today. Somebody on here was homeless, and now they have a home. Somebody on here was a teenage mom, and now they've broken cycles where their kids are no longer teenage parents. I broke that cycle. I'm one of them. Baby, you breaking cycles because of what you've been through. You're preventing your new generation and then the next generation and people you don't even know when you speak words. You don't even know that you're healing people through your words. You don't even know how powerful your words are. People are walking up to you later on in life and going, hey, you changed my life. And you're going, what did I say? What did I do? And I'm going to tell you what you did. You healed. You healed. And they heard the voice of a healer. They heard the voice of the healed. And you didn't have to wear a sign that says I'm healed, baby. because your heart speaks for you. Ooh, you amazing. I love you too, me, myself, and I. Yes, so God often delays what we're asking for because he's preparing us to handle it. Sometimes we're praying for blessings while God is building character. Sometimes we're asking for the next level while God is strengthening our foundation. Preparation is never punishment. Stop asking why me. Preparation is never punishment. Stop feeling like something's happening to you and you want to know why because it feels bad. Baby, it's preparation. You're going to grow through that. But you got to get through the healing process and you got to accept that healing is going to happen. You got to put that faith in God's hand. Do you understand me? You got to put that faith in yourself. You got to believe that you can. Because God already knows you can. You got to take the action, honey. If you don't act, what you want is dead. It's not going to happen. You got to think it. You got to visualize it. You got to feel it. And then you got to take action. Healing is possible. Meditate, pray, take action. Get up, get out, and get it, baby. Get up, get out, and get it. And believe that it's possible. Know like you know because of what you've already done in the past that you can do it today. The proof has already been there. The proof has already been proven. What you doubting? You seen yourself get through stuff before. Stop doubting yourself when you've already seen yourself get through the hardest times. Do you know who you are? You're me, myself, and I. You're Hollister. You're D-Type. You're Spring. You're Payon Brown. You're Michael. You're Glenn. You're Debbie. Do you understand that? You're Latia. You're W.S. Hogg. You're It's Not Clock to you. You're Tamara. You're Andrew. You are you. You are El Oxva. And I'm messing up so many names, but baby, you get my point. If I haven't called out your name, you are you. And if anybody can do this, you can. If anybody can do this, I have. If anybody can do this, you have. Stop putting limitations on yourself, baby. Ain't no glass ceilings in sealing. There ain't no glass ceiling in healing. That was a tongue tire. But there aren't glass ceilings in healing. I want you to remember that. The next time you question yourself and when you're going to heal and if you can heal, remember that Coach Gwendolyn said that there are no glass ceilings in healing. There's no limit. There's no time. There's no deadline. You are capable of healing. Do you understand me? You got this, baby. You got this. And I'm going to tell you a couple of simple ways to protect your healing. And it's called Sacred. It's called Sacred, S-A-C-R-E-D. And I did a podcast episode on this recently. If you go over to YouTube to my videos, click on the word podcast, you can see a whole podcast that'll give you even more information. If you love what I'm speaking about today, check out that podcast, honey, because you're going to love that. It's going to give you even more tools to heal. Please go check out the Win with Gwen podcast to help you heal through this situation that I'm talking about today, okay? So yes, I've already did a podcast that's going to help you further along with your healing process. How kind am I? Kind enough because I love you. I took out the time to give you something that God gave me. It wasn't me that gave it to you, honey. It was your God. So yeah, go check out that podcast, baby, so you can continue healing. And get that book on Amazon. Just go to Amazon, click in Gwendolyn Shores, or type in Get Beat to Get Better. But get your book today. And once you get your book, let me know that you got your book. Let me know what you think about it. Tell the other viewers what that book did for you and how that book helped you, honey. Because I guarantee you, baby, that book right there is going to transform your life in ways that you could not ever imagine. I promise you that there's some good books out there, and this is one of them amongst many. Get that book. If you don't do nothing else, go to Amazon. Run, don't walk, baby. If you can't walk and you can't run, crawl. If you can't crawl, roll, baby. Whatever you do, you go get that book. Get Beat to Get Better. I promise you that. If my name ain't Coach Gwendolyn, that's the book that's going to help you get over those hurdles, push you past those obstacles, and get you where you want to be in life. I guarantee you, baby, because I don't play about you. I don't play about you. I'm going to do everything in my creative power to help you heal, to help you grow, to help you become the version of yourself that you've always dreamed of being. I'm going to guide you into your greatness if it's the last thing I do, baby. That's how much I love you. That's how much. So let's talk about this sacred method that I've put together for you. Thank you for the hearts, guys, and thank you for hitting that like. Thank you all so much. Thank you. So let's start with the S. The S means slow down. Healing isn't rushed. Give yourself permission to breathe. Woosa. Yes. Yes. Then let's go with the A in the word sacred. Accept where you are. You understand? I always tell y'all to meet yourself where you are. Accept where you are. Stop fighting today's reality. Acceptance is not giving up. It's giving yourself honesty. Be honest with yourself, baby. The worst thing you can do in the world is lie to yourself. Ain't that kind of psychotic to lie to yourself when you know the truth? Stop lying to yourself, honey. I can kind of sort of understand you lying to somebody else because they can't see the truth, but you can. You lie to yourself and you try to lie to God. God see you. You see you. Stop that. That's unnecessary. Do what you need to do for you and stop playing games with yourself. Stop playing games with you, okay? I ain't going to play games with you, and I don't expect you to play games with you either. Love you like I love you, but love you even more. Does that make sense? Yeah. I love you too, me, myself, and I. I love you too. So I want to remind you of that. So yeah, and then let's go to the C. Choose grace. Speak to yourself like someone you deeply love. Stop becoming your own worst critic. Yeah, stop all that. Stop all that. I ain't never gonna heal. I don't deserve nothing. Oh, this should have been done to me, you know. Stop all that. I ain't nothing. Stop that. Stop that. You got enough naysayers out there. Don't become one yourself, baby. Put a ring on it. Put some love on you. Put some love in you. You deserve that. You can do that. Stop worrying about what somebody else think about you. Stop being afraid what they're going to say about you. And do what you're supposed to be doing in this world. Don't let nobody else's decisions and opinions hold you back from being the great person that you were born to be. You weren't born to be a nothing or nobody. You were born with purpose, honey. Get it. Let's get to the business. Who cares if somebody don't like your height, your hair, your weight, your race, your wealth level of wealth? Who cares about that? Forget that. You heal and become the best version of yourself that you can be. You do that for you. Stop waiting for somebody else to hold your hand. Baby, God gave you two hands. See? Hold your own hand. You didn't need nobody. You got you. You understand me? Do what you need to do to heal. Do what you need to do to become the person you want to be. Yes, you got this. Let's talk about the R. The R in the word sacred. That R means rest. Not every battle requires your energy today. Rest is productivity. It's productive. You understand? Rest is good. Just like you eat, just like you bathe, just like you drink water, just like you exercise, you've got to rest, honey. Put that rest on your list. Now, I don't know somebody listening right now who needed to hear that. Somebody here tonight needed to hear that. Somebody here tonight needed me to tell them. So I'm going to tell them, I'm going to look you dead in your eyes and I'm going to speak them to you, baby. Get yourself some rest. You need it. And I know your body been talking to you, and that voice in your head has been talking to you, and you've been ignoring it. So if you're not listening to you today, a message has been sent to me, through me, to you. Get your rest, baby, okay? Because you need to heal body, mind, and spirit. Get your rest, sweetheart. Get your rest. Let's move on to that E, okay? The E is for embrace growth. Celebrate progress instead of perfection. You know, I always tell y'all, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I mess up words. I mess up my eyeliner. I make wrong turns when I'm driving places. Oh, the list can go on and on and on. But what I do is I just get up and I try it all over again. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to. And that's all I'm saying. It's okay. It's okay not to be perfect. Um, one better choice matters. One healthier. So, yeah, celebrate progress instead of perfection because one better choice matters. One healthier decision matters. One peaceful moment matters. All of that matters. I know you lying. I know you lying. Tell me Think Tank didn't just enter into this live. Hey Think Tank, how are you? How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here today. Don't forget to hit that like and don't forget to send me some hearts, guys. And Think Tank, why haven't you gotten your book yet? That's what I want to know. I want to know why Debbie hadn't gotten her book yet. Why y'all haven't went to Amazon and got that book yet? Go and get my book, Get Beat to Get Better. What y'all waiting on, Debbie? What you waiting on, Think Tank? And you know what? I want to know why, let me see. Why Glenn, what you waiting on? Go get them books, guys. Go get them books and push y'all's healing processes up. And it's not just about healing. It's about growing. It's about becoming. It's about, busting through those glass ceilings. It's about doing those things that you haven't yet done that you want to do. It's about discovering the things that you know you should be doing that you probably don't even know. Get that book, baby, because we all got room to grow. We do. Amazon. Yes, Amazon. And when you like that book and you read that book, pass that book to somebody else that can utilize or benefit from that book. Because I guarantee you, they will love the fact that you give them that book once you read it. That book is going to be the thing that pushes you to levels you never could imagine that you could ever go to or grow to. Okay? I promise you that. If I'm lying, let me know the next live. Once you get that book, you let me know. Honestly, let me know. Okay? And so when you give it to somebody else or just refer it to them, because this is not just something for me to make money off of. I'm not going to lie. I got to eat too, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I got to eat. Don't get me wrong. But what's more important than that is your healing. Because I'm going to eat. I ain't no skinny girl. I'm eating, baby. Book sold or not, I'm eating. I got other lines of income. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. This is for your healing. This is not for me. This is for you. And I need y'all to understand that. Get that book. Get that book, baby. And let me know what you think about it when you get it. Let me know the transformation that happened in your life after you read that book. Not even after you read it. Let me know the transformations that are happening in your life in the process of reading that book. That's how powerful that book is. That's instantaneous. Baby, that book is no joke. It's instantaneous. Get yours. Amazon. Get Beat to Get Better, okay, guys? And again, what we're talking about today is going to be on the podcast Win with Gwen. That's my podcast that I host, Coach Gwendolyn. So if you like what I'm talking about right now, you need a little more information about this subject today about healing, go over there to Win with Gwen right here on YouTube and look at that episode that came out last Friday, because I release a new podcast episode every Friday. I think it's probably episode number 74. I think I'm on episode number 74 when it comes to the podcast. But if I'm wrong again, it's the one that just came out. So go ahead and get it, okay? And let's get back to this right here. So we're gonna talk about that D. Depend on God daily. Ooh, let me take a sip of water on that one. Bye, Debbie. I love you. Yeah, you're gonna have to depend on God daily. Definitely depend on God daily. Because healing is something you do alone. Invite God into every single step, even the messy steps, because God ain't going to abandon you. God's going to always be there for you, but you got to acknowledge that God is there for you, honey. Your acknowledgement and acceptance is everything. Ooh, where would I be if I didn't acknowledge and accept my God? I sure wouldn't be here. I sure wouldn't be here. That's proof that God moves in mysterious ways. He does. He'll get you through it. And you don't even know how you got through it. But when you call on God, baby, you'll wake up one day and boom, you there. And that doesn't mean it doesn't take time. Because in the process, God got plans. He's growing you for things. Okay? So again, don't be trying to rush your healing. Remember that. Stop rushing. So I want you to, I want to ask you a question. What have you been rushing lately? What in your life are you being impatient about? Is it your weight loss? Is it your healing? Is it the fact that you want to be in a relationship? Is it the fact that you want to hurry up with school? You want to make a whole bunch of money real fast? What are you rushing in life? I want you to reflect on that. I want you to think about that. I want you to just say, And if you can't answer that right now, think about it after this live ends. Because it's not about me knowing, it's about you knowing. Okay? It's about you knowing. It's about you taking care of you. It's about you doing what you need. Are you rushing healing? Are you rushing forgiveness? Are you rushing trust? Are you rushing confidence? Are you rushing a dream? Are you rushing a relationship? What if your breakthrough isn't late? What if it's being prepared? That's the question you ask yourself. But again, you got to do the work in the midst of being patient. You've got to be out here doing the work. You got to be talking to your God, okay? But you got this. So I want you to grab a piece of paper or grab your phone or even come back to this not podcast, but to this live later if you need to come back. It's toward the end because I'm going to be ending this soon. And I want you to write these 3 questions down. The first question is this. What am I still trying to force? That's question number 1. What am I trying to force? The next question is, what do I need to give myself permission to heal from? What do I need to give myself permission to heal from? That's the second question. The third and final question is, what is one small step I can take this week instead of trying to fix everything today? Okay? What is that small step that you can take? That's the question, okay? And then I don't want you to write 10 pages. I just want you to choose one step. For example, maybe the step you choose tomorrow or tonight. It's never too late to get started. Why not now? But just in case you want to wait until tomorrow, that's fine too. But choose one simple step. It could be to drink more water, to go for a walk, to read one chapter. Yeah, go get the book, Get Beat to Get Better, and choose to read the first chapter. That could be one of the things you do. Pray for 5 minutes, forgive yourself, make one phone call, say no to an unhealthy situation, spend 10 minutes in silence. Small steps become life-changing habits, and that's what we're trying to create here. We're trying to create habits in our lives that will allow us to change in ways that we could not have ever imagined. Now, we can imagine change, but baby, when you start to take these steps, your life changes in a way that's unrecognizable. You understand? You ask for one thing and God gives you 10 times that. You understand what I'm talking about? And that's the unrecognizable that I'm talking about. You understand? I remember I was going through a health situation and I constantly asked God. I prayed to God. Not only did I ask and pray to God, I believed that God would help me through that situation. And I began to eat different. I began to drink more water. I began to walk. I began to do the work that it took for me to heal through the situation I was going through. I didn't just sit there and say, why me? I didn't just sit there and say, poor me. I didn't just sit there and say, how much longer is it going to take for me to heal? I didn't worry about any of that, baby, because when you have faith, worry don't fit with faith. Worry is like oil and water. They don't mix, baby. Get rid of that worry and get with that faith. Get rid of that worry and get with that action. And I guarantee you, your life is going to become unrecognizable in a good way. I know it because I lived it. I'm still living in that type of manner, baby. And I ain't never going to go back to the old way of thinking where I start to think negative things about myself. And every time I have 2 ways to think, I can believe that I'm going to get the job or I can believe that I'm not going to get the job. And I used to believe that I wasn't going to get the job even though I applied for the job. No, I started believing that I can have it. And when it didn't happen, I knew that God had something different for me in the future. That he was preparing me for something better. And baby, better has been happening in my life over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And baby, I can keep going with that because that's how often good things have happened in my life. And if you look at your life, you can say the same darn thing. I know you can. I know you can. So I'm going to give you a challenge this week. Woohoo! You get a challenge. Do you like challenges? Let me give you a challenge this week. I want you to stop asking, why am I not there yet? And instead ask, what is this season trying to teach me? Let that be your question instead of why are you not there yet. Let it be, what is the season trying to teach you? Growth becomes easier when curiosity replaces criticism. Get rid of that curiosity and replace it with, I'm sorry, get rid of the criticism and replace it with curiosity. You understand me? Get rid of that. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop criticizing yourself in all areas of your life, baby. God don't make mistakes. We don't look alike, we don't sound alike, we don't think alike. And that ain't because God made mistakes. That's because God made beauty within us all. We weren't meant to be alike, but we're meant to work together in this world. Do you understand that? We're like puzzle pieces. Puzzle pieces are not alike, but they fit together. They help to form something, baby. You are a puzzle piece. Be you. Be unique. Be okay. Heal on your own time. Do you understand me? Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are amazing just the way you are. I ain't lying. Thank you so much, Think Tank, for that. Thank you so much, 013. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank all of you guys here. If tonight encouraged you, I want you to share this episode with someone. Share this live with someone. Just hit the share button once you leave here today. Share with someone. Because so many of us are like, so many of us are going through the same thing when it comes to the challenges of this world. I don't know too many people in my life that I can think of who hasn't went through a process where they need to heal through something, to get over something. I don't know not one person. So not only am I asking you to share this tonight, I'm going to share this tonight with some people that I know. Because the people I know deserve this wisdom that God has put upon me in you. I love you guys. I'm going to see you guys here next week at 7:30 every Sunday like clockwork. Things happen in life, but baby, it's going to take wild horses to keep me from getting here to you. I'm not playing with you, baby. That's how much I love you. That's how much your growth means to me. I love you. I appreciate you coming here to support me. And I'm going to see you guys next Sunday. Y'all get a good night's rest and have a beautiful Monday.